everyone, my name is Wumi and welcome to our YouTube channel here at Mentally Aware Nigeria Initiative. Today I have with me one of Mani's favorite clinical psychologists and I'm going to do her the honor and allow her to introduce herself.
My name is Wumi, that's all.
That's not all. There's a lot more attached to that name, but if that is how she chooses to introduce herself, then who am I? Anyways, today we're going to be discussing stress and stress management, and you do not want to stop here. You have to watch this video to the end. Why are we talking about stress and stress management today? It's because I don't think there's anybody that is on the surface of this earth, even the billionaires, that has not at one point in their life had to go through stress.
But you stressed me today.
And typically, as a Lagosian that I am, and a Nigerian that we represent,
I can't deal.
You would know that this topic is actually very important and it is a must talk about topic. So I'm going to allow our clinical psychologist to tell us what stress is.
Stress is just basically our body's response to day-to-day activities that we have to go through. Of course, there are times that we go through some things, and of course, it's okay to be tired, right, after going through activities. But I think where it gets to a level that is concerning is when you are stressed almost every day, or you are exposed to a level of activity that is more than what your body can carry. Of course, your body will keep adjusting, trying to accommodate, but it gets to a point where the body can't take it anymore. And that's when you start to maybe now see some differences or some changes in yourself that you can now say, oh, maybe these are the signs that I am stressed. Oftentimes, stress helps us to maybe do better. I think there's something we call positive stress or eustress, right? It gingers you to want to get things done.
Period.
And there's the negative stress that we call distress. This is the part where, okay, you start to experience some signs and symptoms that actually might maybe be a sign that you might be breaking down or might actually get in the way of your productivity. Yeah.
In other words, today, my response to everything I've had to go through today, I mean, jumping the bus to get to work this morning, having to get food, struggling. See, my body's response is stress. Do you think it's important, basically, to be able to manage stress?
Yeah, it's very important to manage stress, of course. Because if you don't manage anything, you don't manage, it's eventually going to maybe cause bigger issues. Let's take, for example, you have a car that you're using, or any machine that you're using, and you don't maintain it, or you don't attend to some signs that is giving you that there might be issues. Of course, it's going to have a maybe total breakdown, right? So it's very important to talk about stress, to be able to identify stress and to be able to manage it so that it doesn't get to a level where then it leads to maybe other issues.
I mean, that card thing that you said speaks to me. That, you know, when your pastor is preaching, you just pick one word and say, because for real, like, it's just like you are putting your body under pressure. You're doing this, you're doing that, and your body is working effectively, but you're not taking out time to say, okay, today is for my body. I'm not going to stress you. You're going to rest. You're going to sleep today. No more work. But I mean, it's very important to actually know how to manage stress effectively. I want to know, like, what are in this our daily life, what are the major things that causes us stress?
Well, aside the obvious, which are work and school, I think some less obvious ones are social pressure. Sometimes they are direct, sometimes they are indirect. They're just some like societal standards or social standards that you're trying to just meet. It's like, as you meet this one, you're already
another one to meet
and all of that. Yeah, so sometimes it's direct that people are telling you, and sometimes indirect. It's just what you think you should be doing. So sometimes this pressure might stress us, and usually it's always more of mental stress at that point. Also, of course, there's the relationship issues. I mean, on social media these days, I think it's the single people that are not breathing sharp.
Even single people.
So, but I think also relationship could be a stressor. There's the pressure of, get into a relationship, you not enter a relationship again, you're still facing drama day in day out. So sometimes relationships can also be a stressor. Now, not even romantic relation, it can even be friendships.
Like,
right? So, and also family. Of course, there are so many family things that can be going on. I mean, it's not even you, or somebody just call you that, see what your brother did. I'm like, what's my own? Am I my brother? So there are some subtle things that could also be going on in the family that could also be a source of stress to us, even though we are not directly involved. And for some, we are directly involved. And of course, living in Lagos. Living in Lagos.
Too real. I mean,
having to commute to work. I think we generally agree on this at work, that the work itself, yeah, of course, work is stressful. But if we could remove that stress of commuting to work, maybe it would be a more bearable thing to do, because you're there jumping buses, trying to not get in. Let me just get to work in one piece, and then your bus driver is probably struggling with
I'm sorry, I just have to chip in this morning when I was coming to work. See, you already know that this person is a calm person. He doesn't fight, he doesn't like wala. And this boy wanted to say, conductor, please buy 100 naira. The conductor say, from Anthony to this place, it's 500. He was like, the way he was acting, you know that it's out of character. And I was just feeling from that. No. He just had to leave again because like, I can't do this. No, this is not me. Lagos will not tell me.
Lagos will test you, right?
I'm telling you.
Some of these things actually are subtle things that happen that actually stress us. Then also, social media. Of course, I love social media. I mean,
I wish I see social media.
Right? It's one way to distress. But at the same time, if you're not very careful, it can be the source of your stress. Because there's so many things online, there's so many distressing news online. There are so many unrealistic standards online that will put you under pressure. The pressure is getting worse, right? So I think information also on social media can be a lot sometimes, and it can also become stressful for us to handle. So see, plenty things stress plenty people. There are a lot of things that stress people, but I think the important thing is know when you're already observing changes within your body, your reaction and all of that, so that you can pinpoint, okay, what is it that is different, that is happening around me lately, that could be making me feel this way, so that you can address it as appropriate.
Now that you've been able to find out that this is what is causing me stress, and these are the things stressing me out, what do you then do? How do you then distress? How do you let go of?
Let me use the advice. I think the last time we said that we should get rid of our stressor, right?
I didn't say so. It's in me.
Okay, so I just look at it sometimes. Is it very easy? It's doable. I think when we look at it that we want to do the big things, that becomes it's too much for me to do. But small things can actually help, like sleeping. But then sometimes somebody's symptom of stress could even be lack of sleep, right? Or inability to sleep. But of course, getting sleep helps. It puts a lot of things in order, you know. It just helps you relax. That's why there's a reason why sleep was created. So a lot of people actually lose sleep because, of course, you do your 9 to 5 and then you still want to do hustle at night to improve your skill set and all of that. So this might be an issue. So please try to sleep. Try to sleep. Work not finish. Sleep. Or let me say rest. So rest is easy, right? But people will say it's not that easy to rest because, of course, when your body wants to rest, that's when your mind will not remember all the things in this world. Yeah. So I think one thing I do is once thoughts come to my mind, I used to think about it in my mind. Okay, you know what? They're a very valid concern, right? But we'll think about you later. So once I wake up, we'll think about you. So I know you want attention. I'm going to give you attention, but not right now. I need to sleep. So sometimes I think that has helped me. So I don't know if it's going to help somebody else.
I'm stealing this one to help me.
So it's not just about saying, oh, let me put away all the worries of this world. They probably wouldn't go away. They probably need to be addressed. But maybe you create a time to worry about what needs to be worried about while you rest when you can. Also, mindfulness and meditation techniques, I think that has proven helpful in a lot of ways. I mean, have you found yourself in a situation where maybe probably about to get angry or irritable, and then just like, you know what, let me take a deep breath, and you breathe in, you breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and it feels like you're giving yourself time to get clarity or to regain control back of your body and your mind. So yeah.
But sorry, before you leave mindfulness, and you see this mindfulness and relaxation, when I used to hear it, it just seems like English, because at the end of the day, does it really work? And I feel like people don't really know how to go about it, because sometimes it's just like, okay, everybody's breathing in, and so what now? Nothing changed.
I'm not breathing normally.
So like, how does it, like, has it proven to be effective, and is it like we're doing it the wrong way? Because me, I'm not going to lie, except maybe when I'm doing my yoga in the morning, I mean, maybe then, but like on a regular day, when you know, when people say when you're angry or when you're stressed, just
I believe it works. Yeah. So you mentioned one thing, being able to do it properly also matters. So I think I've seen people that I would say, do you know how to breathe like this? I know we breathe day in, day out, but you see some people, yeah, take it. I'm like, calm down. It's not fight, right? So knowing how to do it also is very important. So of course the internet is our friend. All these things, all these things are online. All you just need to do is search. Now also there are so many techniques available. If A doesn't work for you, B can work for you. If deep breathing doesn't work for you, you can decide to do progressive muscle relaxation. That one is more technical, but I'm not going to. I don't think I can teach you. Right. So of course there's the yoga as well. That people who do yoga. I mean, I don't do yoga, but people who do it, of course, they always say that it is very helpful. And also know what works for you. Practice. Put your mind to it. And also, there's nothing you say that, oh, this thing cannot work for me. If you try to consider it the next day, it will not work. So going
mindset deep.
So going with an open mind that, oh, I really need to find something I can do that can make me distress. Oh, they say this mindfulness and meditation thing works. So let me find one that actually works for me. So going in with an open mind and trying and then adopting the one that works for you. Deep breathing works. It works very well. And some people tell you that it doesn't work. So just find the one that works for you.
I'm currently stressed, sorry.
What else can we do to distress? Avoid your stressor. If it is possible, avoid your stressor. See, there's nothing like being a bad person. Put yourself first. We're not saying you should be selfish, but put yourself first, right? So if you have relationships that are stressing you, I'm not only saying romantic relationship, friendship. I'm not saying you should break up. I'm not saying you should defriend people. I'm not saying you should run away from your family. But if relationships are stressing you, you can learn to set boundaries. Once I feel like you're bombarding me or you're overloading me, I can think, you know what? Can we take a break? No, sorry. If we say can we take a break in a relationship, we always have a somebody else is in the picture, but no. See, this is me just speaking spontaneously, but just find a way to communicate with the person that, oh, this and this has been happening lately, has been putting a lot of pressure on me. I'm stressed and it's affecting my work, it's affecting this, affecting that. So can we find a way to, wrap it up? Just find a way to set a boundary between you and your stressor. In short, I did not tell you to do anything else.
At what point does a person have to become stressed that they would need to seek professional help?
Okay, so if you've tried normal coping mechanisms, some which you have mentioned, some which you might still find out on your own, but you still see that these things are not working for you, you're still experiencing those signs. So this might be your call to seek for professional support. Yeah, so if it's starting to affect your day-to-day functioning, it's starting to affect your thinking, your feeling, your behavior, that other people are maybe noticing and maybe raising a concern, then you probably should seek professional help, seek support. Now when we say professional help, it's not really, don't think about it like, oh, but there's nothing wrong with me, but it's just seeking external help to get it over with. Yeah. And I think one thing I forgot to mention is whatever coping mechanism that you're choosing, please, it has to be something that you ask yourself, some weeks, some days, some months down the line, can this thing have a side effect on me? Because of course there are so many ways to cope with stress. We know it already, I'm not going to say it, but they give you relief in the moment, right? But some days down the line, would it get me addicted? Some months down the line, would there be other issues that may come up because I'm using this method? So you should have that at the back of your mind when you're choosing your coping mechanism.
I'm very glad you mentioned that, because that's very important.
What would you say to someone that is out there currently feeling
stressed and overwhelmed and has tried everything possible. They want to feel distressed. They want to have that feeling of, oh, I'm not like I'm normal, but like they can't seem to because they have a lot going on in their lives currently. What do you have to say to that?
Okay, I think I would say take a break. But then sometimes life doesn't give you a break, right? So I think it might be important for you to actually speak to someone, and not just anyone. Well, of course, you can speak to a friend, loved one, at least just to, get it off your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, you also have to seek professional help. You have to seek professional help. So we talk about professional. You can talk to a counselor. You can talk to a therapist. This doesn't mean that I have to go through treatment. It might not be that serious. But I think the first thing is to actually speak out and seek help. You don't have to just keep quiet about it, right? So
Also, you can reach out to us at Money. We have our trained professional counselors, and our hotline for emergency cases is 080-9111-6264. Lastly, wrapping up.
hopefully.
Wrapping up, I mean, it's very hard to stay consistent with some of these stress management techniques. Oh, you do this,
First stress
relaxation.
management technique will stress you.
I'm telling you. Like, how can we like stay like consistent with these things when we are stressed? How do you remember that when you are so stressed as you take your deep breath and things like that? So how do we stay up to track?
How do we stay up to track? Hmm. One thing is how important you hold it, right? Your stress management. Work is important to us. That's why we go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever thing we do that is important, we keep showing up for it, right? So this is at the back of our minds that I need to manage this so that it doesn't break me down. So once you know that, oh, this thing is important, we sometimes you even set alarm for things that are important. So it's as simple as that. Oh, I need to maybe take regular breaks in between work. But the normal me, I just like work. As somebody would say, organizational behavior, what is organizational whatever
Organizational
citizenship
citizenship behavior.
behavior, right? So you're a very loyal citizen to your work, fine. But you can schedule regular breaks. You can set an alarm. Oh, it's time to maybe take a break and all. So just try to check online. There are so many apps you can get that can help you to schedule all these things. So you can. I think it's always easier when you do these small things regularly than to wait till it's really big. Then you want to now do something big. It gets more difficult that way. So stress management or anything mental health most of the time is about going far because it's not something that happens overnight. So you need to build a system that actually works.
Yeah. I mean, tell me you did not have a nice time and tell me you did not learn a lot. Tell me.
Even though you stressed me for this video, but then
Thank you so much for watching to this point. If you watched this point, you are loyal. So why not just take a minute to subscribe, turn on your
right.
post notification bell. And if you have questions for Tomi, I mean, she's here to answer all your questions. Just drop them down below in the comment section and we might shoot another video. Who
Right.
knows?
Of course.
So before we go, I mean, we have our website live up and running. You can check us out at mentallyaware.org. We have been posting series of blog posts around stress and distressing. So in case this is just the tip of the iceberg and you want to get the juice, you want to get more of it, please check us up at mentallyaware.org and go through our blog posts. You might find them very helpful. Anyways, have a wonderful day ahead and thank you for watching to the end. Bye.
Bye.